So to give an update about what's going on, I happen to see, I don't know, it's these sponsored type of profiles on Instagram. And I looked it up and some people pay for their profiles to be seen and recognized, I guess, for people to write them and such. So there was a couple that I had seen and I had wrote these people and I had talked, you know, most likely with two people. And, it was a good many days that I spoke with them. And one in particular, well, two of them I had interest in, but one in particular, we really engaged in conversation. But when you have been out, you know, dealing with possible scammers and fake profiles, your guard is up. You're putting your feelers out there to know what's right and wrong. So naturally, I check pictures to see if they're legitimate, if they're anywhere on the internet. If they are, then I don't bother with the person. But this particular person I spoke with, I didn't see their picture anywhere else. But when I got to talking with them, I'm always, testing the person to see if they're legitimate. And I know for a fact that I will ask of them to either send a voice message or, you know, a video message, at least call me to let me know, you're actually the person that's in those pictures. And this person, they were like, you know, they were denying doing that. They said, maybe I'm a piece of art that cannot speak. And I'm thinking, that's really suspicious. You know, you're talking with somebody and you can't progress on in a phone call or a video chat. So I got to know them a little bit more. They expressed apparent interest in each other. And they knew full well what I was doing for God and they seemed okay with it. But then, which was the icing on the cake, they were trying to get me to open an online business. And here, I've already dealt months with fake people, you know, catfishing and, many other things that my guard is already up. I'm not going to do something like that with somebody that I have never even chatted on the phone with. So for me to do that exact thing, how do I know that they're not trying to get my personal information, a bank account and stuff, or they're trying to steal from me? So I put that out there, and to them, it looked like the whole thing was a deal breaker. They didn't want to engage with me any further. And I wrote my concerns before that. They saw the message, and that was it. And apparently, everything that they had expressed to me about, what kind of guy I am, how great I am, and things like that, it was all just garbage. It wasn't true. And so I spoke with another person, and this person, it looked like we really connected. They knew everything about me, you know, and I video chatted with them and they were legit and they really loved our conversation. And then all of a sudden they ghosted me. And I'm thinking, what is going on here? What is the worst that you can ever do to somebody than to ghost them? Making them think that you like talking to them. They wanted to video chat with me. They wanted to see my face. They would call me things like my dear. One time they called me my love. And I'm like looking online saying if this is normal, you know? And so all of a sudden, like I said, they just stopped writing me. And I'm looking back on the conversations trying to figure out what's going on. What did I say that was wrong? What did I do? And I couldn't think of anything. And I know that they had said, and this was an Asian woman, I know that they had said that they would constantly read the conversations and they were lacking discipline by doing that. So I don't know what it is culture wise, but to ghost somebody is the most horrible thing you can do. At least give somebody, a reason why. I mean, like, okay, you don't want to talk with me? All right, that's fine. Let's move on. Don't leave me hanging, thinking that I did something wrong. And if I did anything wrong, let me know what it is. So the point of this is, if you're watching this, you need to watch yourself. Guard your heart. Put your guard up and don't let anybody get through it to where they can hurt you. And be prepared for any kind of ghosting activity. You want to protect yourself because I don't know why people do this, but they do it. And so it just reminds me of what scripture said: guard your heart, for in it flows the wellspring of life. And when you're connecting with somebody, that is something that can really target your heart. You're connecting with somebody, you're talking with them, they're making you think that they like you, when really it was just, I don't know what it was, but it was false. And so, protect yourself. If you're on dating sites, be prepared for any kind of ghosting activity. And you got to check their pictures and making sure that they are legit, and you got to track everything that they say for your protection, because the last thing you want is somebody to break your heart. So I just wanted to share this with you. And you got to protect yourself out there, because there are just devious people. There are people that just don't care, and they don't care about your heart at all. So thank you for taking the time to watch.